All right, it says that we are sending data to YouTube, sending data to Twitch, and here's fingers crossed that it actually freaking works.
I'll check.
It
Here,
says
while we
that
wait, let me just finish my story about my cat. He threw up over the side of my countertop. Like, he was sitting on top of it and just randomly threw up, and it splashed when it hit the floor. And I was like, what is wrong with you?
Ugh.
It was horrible. Yeah.
We
I
are
don't
live
have it
on
live yet.
YouTube, and we are
Oh,
live on Twitch. It looks like we are good to go. Nope, not credits. Let's go live. Hello, hello, hello. Here are our faces for tonight. Technology. Gotta love it, right?
I mean, yeah, that's how I have friends now.
True.
Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Tom takes care of that shit, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
I am the Tom.
I am Tom now. Oh, geez. Things are falling.
No, don't fall.
Delicate balance over here.
Discord
I
D&D.
like your shirt.
Oh.
Jen. That's funny. I'm just wearing a black nightgown. I don't dress up for this.
I got fancy. I took off the white. I changed the white T-shirt into a Pluto shirt.
Okay. I think we have everything that we need. Except for me having my own script up. There we go. Script up. I have beer tonight because that's what I felt like. We are recording. Oh, and then I want to do this also.
I want cool lights, like Toasty has cool lights. I like the purpley blue.
It's
Violet?
technically blue, but it does come off a little strange on the camera feed or whatever.
I have some under my desk, but like you might be able to see like the glow.
Oh, a little bit.
I see a little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
I don't know why I put them there. No one can see them but me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what matters. You do
Nice.
it for you.
My wife decided to invest in my room, which was like, sure, thanks. I'll take it, I guess.
I love it. I just got this bookcase because I needed more room to display nerddom.
That's what we're going to have to get some shelves in here because we're starting to max this room out.
I love it.
Hello, Muffiny Cake. We are about to kick off the show.
My sister. Muffiny is my twin sister, everybody.
Who, by the way, I got weirded out on Instagram the other day, scrolling through, and I thought it was a picture of you, and I was like, oh, that's my bee. And no, it was not.
We be twins. We're fraternal, but we look remarkably similar, especially when I was less fat than I am now. She's always been smaller than me, but it's more pronounced now that I've had a child, and she has not.
I was like, that's not your hair color. I was confused.
Yes, it is, yeah.
No,
Well,
I meant in the
is
picture.
not, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, she has, well, like, she's got highlights, but we are natural blondes, like, medium blonde.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Ship, the podcast where we analyze, rate, and review all that the world of video game romances has to offer. I'm Genesis, the girl who's drinking a pear cider tonight for some weird reason.
And I'm Bravada, the girl who can't think of anything else except for going back and riding my Claw Strider in Horizon Forbidden West right now. Kind of addicted. Also, I'm kind of mad that the Claw Striders are slow. They should be fast. Gorilla, fix that.
Oh, well, tonight is our another very, very special episode. And tonight we are joined by two of our hopeless romantics. Thank you so much, Toasty and Apollo, for being here tonight. And I see that Apollo has brought back his Arbor Mist. We stan the wine, even though that's not. Oh, our drinks are the same color, if that counts for anything. Toasty, what are you drinking?
I got blackjack cola. So.
Very nice.
That's a cool cola bottle. I would not have assumed.
Oh, whatever. It's just Jack Daniels and Coke. They're gonna be all fancy, I guess.
Oh, I thought it was just like some like hipster Coke or something.
No,
Hipster
no,
soda.
no. It's just a Jack and Coke, but
Oh,
prepackaged.
Very nice. I
What?
like it.
who patented
Oh.
that? That was brilliant.
All right. Well, I think that we should go around the room and introduce ourselves. Our lovely listeners know V and I quite well by this point in the game. But Toasty, this is your first time on the show. Why don't you say hi?
I'll say hi, but I gotta be honest. I'm pretty sure your listeners know me just as well as the two of you, with how much I've been mentioned on this damn show.
It's true. Toasty is bestie in beast mode, and gosh, Toasty of Toaster Tonopolis. Yeah. But we appreciate you. Nepal.
Toasterton Villopolis.
I can never get it right, so that's why I create my own.
Fair enough.
Apollo, say hi.
All right, hi, I'm Apollo. I know everybody through this podcast, through the Mass Effect Lorecast, through the Discord. That's me.
Oh. So it looks like there was a little bit of contention on the Patreon voting page today. It was tied vote for a while between who your favorite video game romance is and how you pick your video game romances. So, since it was said earlier on the Discord that the topic for tonight is your favorite, I think we should stick with that one. And then if time allows, we can go, why did you pick this person as your favorite? All right, you two battle it out. Who's going first? They
My
both
finger went up
pointed to
first.
each other.
My finger went up first.
It did. That's why you saw the. Damn it.
That was adorable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's at least well known to the people in this room who my favorite all-time romance is, and that is, of course, going to be Tali. I mean, I have a huge wall hang over here beside me, so mine is going to be Tali.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy.
That's it.
I get it. I think her romance definitely was a really, really solid one. I was a little let down in the commander's room, but everything that happens outside of it is definitely totally worth it.
Well, one big thing so if I just look at everybody I've ever romanced in a video game and think about it in real life, there's plenty that I would have had a crush on. I would have had a mad crush on Miranda or Morrigan, but I would have never been able to even speak to them. Tali in real life is one, like, I would actually go for Tali in real life based on her personality and her cuteness and her sweetness and her niceness and her innocence. Like, I would legitimately go after Tali in real life.
Aww. That's so sweet. Aww.
She's like approachable, I feel like. I mean,
She's
Miranda's
like my
100.
type.
Yeah. And Miranda might be somebody's type, but she's definitely not approachable at first. So maybe that's very intimidating for a lot of people. Whereas
I would have a
Tali's, like,
crush on her,
adorable.
on Miranda from afar, and be terrified to ever speak to her, and go to speak to her and just fumble over my words and run away.
Mm-hmm. It's like me. I'm like, I don't know if I like you or if I want to be you. So, Miranda's kind of awesome.
Yeah, she's who I'm gonna go for in my next run. So, yeah. And I really did appreciate the fact that you felt like you built up a friendship with Tali before you could romance her. And that brings a whole nother layer to it. I mean, I am all for like being able to just dive right into a relationship, especially in video games where time is limited. So to be able to dive into a relationship, but I also felt it a lot deeper with the Tally romance, the fact that we were friends first.
And that comes back to real life. Like, me and my girlfriend were friends before we got together, and then that made us that much better once we got together.
Mm-hmm.
Tali, same way.
Toasty, what about you?
What about me?
Yeah, you.
Oh well, I guess I just want to. I want to get final thoughts from you, Genesis. I want to get who you think my answer is going to be.
Okay. So I told Toasty that there were probably two options that he could go with about who his favorite romance was. And I said that it was either going to be Judy from Cyberpunk or Yennefer from The Witcher. And I'm going to have to say that your favorite romance is going to be Judy.
You definitely earned your best friend spot because you're correct.
Yay! Now, if the topic was like, who's your favorite dominatrix, then it would definitely be Yen. But no, it's not.
Fair enough. Yeah. My favorite is Judy. I gotta be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of romanceable stuff. Like, I've barely ever played Mass Effect. I played through like 1 and 2 one time. It's on the list. Don't yell at me, please. So like, I know there's like a ton of options in that, and I have not explored a game that had like that much depth to it. So, and I wouldn't exactly say that the romances in The Witcher was like, they're more like streamlined. I feel like it's not like an exploration kind of thing. It's just like this is how it is. So, they're not all that impressive to me personally. But yeah, so Judy's probably one of my only few that I've ever done. So, but it's definitely the most impactful, I feel like, because if anything, Cyberpunk did good was like the character development of people. Like, that was probably the best aspect of the entire game, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Did you see that they came out just a couple days ago that there's now an update to Cyberpunk, and all of the romance options now have extended dialogue scenes and can get additional text messages from your romance?
Yeah, so I haven't gotten a chance to look at that yet, but I plan on it because, I mean, I did enjoy the game, so any new content I'm going to try out. I think I broke my Cyberpunk, though, so I need to figure out how to fix it.
Oh, no.
I did download it the other day whenever I heard about it, tried to load up the game, and it was like, your game is broken. So I need to figure out what I did to break my game. It's probably all the mods. It's usually what does it. So hopefully I
It
get
looks
to look
like
at
each romance. I just Googled it really quick because I hadn't looked into it. I haven't played Cyberpunk for a while, so I haven't seen any of these new updates. And each romance has its own changes, like more like a different scene, or more like Judy apparently gets sends you pictures from your little loyalty quest with her, where you're diving for her town that she used to live in. And then I guess Pan Am sends you some nudes.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
For
so-
what?
I don't know. That's what Forbes said.
Pan Am sends
I
you
romanced
nudes?
Judy.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, apparently Pan Am sends you nudes, which is funny. But I was thinking while you were talking, if you haven't played Mass Effect, and you eventually will, because you must, I think you'll probably romance Tally also, because Judy is so similar to Tally in so many ways. Like, she's
That
just looking for a home. And
that is my favorite character in Mass Effect from like my experience so far. Never romance
Tally?
because never romance because I think that's what male ship only, and I don't know. I kind of refuse to play male ship because I'd rather just listen to Jennifer Hale talk in my ears. So
Yeah.
you know, I can't help it. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if I get to it.
Tally makes a satisfying bestie as well, but I mean, like it kind of sucks with Tally. When you don't romance her because you either can't or you just don't. You miss out on a lot of her interactions. Like I wish they could have made more scenes for best friend material versus just romance. But she's still a good character, just like Liara. I love them both as friends or as romance options.
Well, Liara's a great bestie because when you get the touching scenes with her, no matter what, with the head on the shoulder. I mean, Liara's a great.
Oh my
friend
gosh.
in that game.
That's the first thing I remembered was her just like holding your arm and laying her head on your shoulder at the end of 3. And I don't know why this last time I played through it, when I played Legendary, I completely forgot about that. So it was almost like seeing it for the first time. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I love you, Liara. You're the best. It was so cute.
I mean, and you can yell at me if I'm incorrect here, but isn't Liara just kind of a simp for Shep?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's what I've heard.
Everyone, like I feel like kind of everyone is. I feel like that's the sign of a good game though, because when you're playing the main character, pretty much everyone exists to bolster your ego a little bit. So just living your main character life.
I think
That's why we love them the best.
Yeah. And I think in Mass Effect 1 specifically, it was a little too overdone with Liara, but she gets better in 2 and 3.
Okay.
I don't know. When you romance Miranda, Jack does not bolster your ego. She tells you to fuck off.
Yeah,
she
that's
is
fair.
not happy.
That's fair. But I was just thinking mainly, I think in the first game, Ashley's probably the one that does that the least. But Caden for sure and Liara both are like fangirling over Shepard the whole time. Which is for Liara kind of endearing, and for Caden, for me, a little bit annoying. But a lot of people really like that. So that's just my opinion.
I mean,
I just felt like with Caden, like you walk up to him for the first time, and he's like, "Hey, I feel like there was something between us." I'm like, "Dude, it's the first time I've talked to you. What did we do?"
Have you talked to Jacob yet? Because he does the same thing.
Caden says that it was Battlefield. I don't remember the exact line now. Crap. Okay. Well, he said that it had something to do with like the heat of the moment in the battle can always make your emotions heightened, and that he wasn't sure if Shepard felt the same way while not under gunfire. But yeah, I get it. He still has one of my favorite lines. I think I've listened to that clip almost as many times as I have some of the Garrus lines. I don't know what it is. This podcast has converted me.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're Shango now.
The "you make me human" line. I could play it, actually, if I take a second and actually look it up. Oh, but I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it tonight. Somebody else can talk about something else while I'm looking at that.
Is that one, do you have to romance him to get that line? Because I feel like I've never heard that one.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely a romance line.
Always going to be about everything. I'm always going to like Tali saying,
I think about losing
here
you.
we go. When you ask about the quib, I love that line.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I'd have to change all my microphone settings in order for you guys to hear it tonight. So I'm not going to play it. But it is the Caden line right before the actual physical romance scene starts. And he just has this moment
of feel human.
Mm-hmm. The Shepard. You make me feel human. And I lose it.
What I was going to say about Tally though is I just love how sassy she is. I forgot how sassy she was until I did her episode research, and I was like, oh yeah, this girl right here, she has the quips, and I am here for it. I love me a quick wit.
I guess I would probably like Tolly then. That's one of the reasons I like Judy. She's sassy.
Yeah, I bet you will. I'm making that prediction now. My
maybe I'll
witchcraft
have
has
to
been
play
done.
Male Shep just to see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Judy
I
has
mean-
a chance to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I love Mark Meir. Like I know Jennifer Hale. I can't not think of her as Shepherd but Mark Meir is just so awesome. So I someday maybe will give Male Shep a chance.
So I was saying, Judy could be if these updates make it where you can do a lot more. Judy could become my favorite. I mean, Judy's freaking awesome. There's
Did
just
you romance
after
her
you hit
too?
the romance. Oh yeah, absolutely. After
I
the romance,
romanced her
there's only
too.
so much more you can do. Like that's kind of the end towards the end of the game. You don't get a whole nother game with her as like you do with Tali. Because if Tali ended at Mass Effect 2, it wouldn't be my favorite. When you add in Mass Effect 3, it's over. No, she's the best.
I have not played Cyberpunk yet. So I can't.
Fakes that.
Or Last of Us either, right?
Okay.
You've never played them.
Okay. All right. You know what?
I'm
gonna-
didn't finish The Last of Us, so because if it makes you feel better, Genesis.
Okay. So
But what? Wait, but you must.
And I will. And I promise I will. But for a long part of my gaming career, I was an MMO girl. If you want to talk to me about sinking 7, 9, 1,000 hours into Lord of the Rings Online, I'm here for it. If you want to talk about my discoveries in Star Wars of the Old Republic, where I have put way too much time into that game, then yeah, I'm here for it. I can talk about the romance options and about how I slept with 4 different people as one Sith Marauder. Hell yeah, I can talk about it. But a single player RPG, it took me so long to get back into it. So long.
I think it's so funny how I know we've been doing this podcast for like 3 months now, and every so often I'm like, oh yeah, we really are so opposite in so many ways. Because I am like introvert, like give me the RPG, no online. I don't want to talk to people. I want to be alone. So that's me, and that's why I love The Last of Us and like those narrative games. I'm like, I don't want to completion nothing. I don't want to like mine for shit. I just want to do the story. And so that's me. I just think it's funny how we play games so differently. That's why together we are so strong.
And it works. It works so much. I am playing my Broshep, my 3rd playthrough as a Broshep, I started brand new game at insanity level. So I'm level 1 insanity run. Like I'm going.
I'm proud of you. I am a chronic like easy mode. I'm here for the story. I don't want a challenge, like that much of a challenge. I want to feel a little good about myself. So, but it's not too hard, you know. But and now I'm just keep thinking. So we had an interview last Saturday with somebody who's super cool, and that's coming out in a couple weeks. And we were referencing one of the final scenes in Last of Us Part 2, and I'm just like realizing that you had no idea what we were talking about now, and I feel bad.
No,
I
and
thought you had played it, so I didn't realize. I had no
Don't
idea.
worry. I'll also have no idea what you're talking about.
We
Definitely.
describe it pretty well, so hopefully you at least got a good mental image, but
I did get a good mental image. I just have no idea what characters you're talking about. But here's the thing. I was taught to fake it till you make it. So I can smile and nod with the best of them.
gosh, you're a master now, because I really thought you were right with us. Like, well, you should definitely play them. I think you will enjoy, both of you. I think you will enjoy Last of Us. Most of
See,
the other ones we were
I'm
talking about,
scared. I'm scared of it because, like,
of
as far
zombies.
as Last of Us 1, I made it to the iconic dead bunny. But I know what happens at the end, and I'm terrified of that because I'm very attached to a certain character, and I'm like, that's terrifying. I don't want to get there. I don't want to make it to the end of this game.
It's
At
okay.
the end
I
of
know this
one,
isn't not the end of one. I think
talking about two.
Or just whatever. I don't
I-
know. I just
what
know
I
that
think you're talking about
somebody
happens
dies,
in the
and I don't
beginning of
like it.
2.
Right.
Yeah, I know this is completely not at all our topic, but guess what? Tangents abound. But my whole thinking is like what me and this guest that we had, we're talking about this, especially this one scene in Last of Us Part 2, the end, a battle between the two main characters. It was the most intense thing I've ever experienced playing a game. Like, I was bawling playing that. Like, I was not okay. Like, I finished that game in like 4 days straight, like maybe 2 days. I can't remember. I just went through it, and for 2 weeks after that, I just was sitting with my thoughts, didn't play anything else. I was just like, "What did I just experience? Like, this is something different." Those games, Naughty Dog is a masterpiece studio at making stories. Like, it's such an experience. It's not like other games in that way. So, if that's what you want to happen to you, then I would play it. But it is scary. Like, I don't really like zombies. I don't play scary games. It's probably the scariest game I've ever played is Last of Us. Usually I'll watch Let's Plays on that because I'm a coward. But that was it was crazy. I don't know. They do something with their stories. So I want you to experience it too. It was so good.
Yes, because the end of that game, like the scene what you're talking about at the end, like I stopped because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was like, if this is going to happen, which isn't what happened, I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
The
I'm
whole
just going to
time. I
sit
was like,
here.
no, I
I'm
don't want
just going
to.
to
I
sit
don't want
here
to.
for a minute and see what
Yeah.
happens because I don't know if I want to do what's going to happen. It didn't
Yeah.
happen, so I was very, very grateful. That was like a weight off my shoulders when it happened. I was like, oh, thank God, because I would have been wrecked
Yeah.
if I had to do that.
That shit like messed me up, but also so good.
But it made the second everything that happens in that game the first time. Then when you play it through the second time, because now you've met all these people, it was almost like a new game because you're like, wait, I know this person now. Can I not kill this person because I don't want to? I
Yeah.
like this person now. Like it's so good. Like you have to play it twice, and it's almost like a new game the second time because you
Yeah.
know things
Your
you didn't know
feelings are
before.
totally changed towards the people you're interacting with. It's amazing. It's so amazing. I know
Yeah.
this is not romance related at all. We're going to cover eventually. I'm not sure when because we have lots of things on the schedule up until the beginning of next year, and it's barely even touching a bunch of games. But there's like a couple great romances in there in both the first and the second game that I want to talk about eventually. Yeah, I don't know that both of you, your homework is to get wrecked by Naughty Dog.
Ashley Birch is in the second game.
I will. In fact, I still have the note right here that says Apollo says my homework is to watch Ellie's take on me scene.
Have you not watched that yet?
No,
That's
I was too busy getting angry at what. Well, okay. We have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes recently. V and I have some pretty big announcements to come up, so I think this might be a good little time to stop and take a mid-break. And so that way we can talk about some of the exciting things coming up. Mid-break. Okay.
For the people who aren't watching the stream.
That's better than N7's thing on Discord. He's like, guys, I've got some news.
Oh,
He's like, what?
yes.
I know.
Sam likes
Well,
to
he is
scare
a
us.
journalist. Yeah. They're all about
Everything's
that
on dramatic.
sensationalism. Well, yeah, it's what's. I mean, not saying he's one of those crazy journalists, but they
No.
like to. They like to be dramatic. That's what the whole point is.
If
I wrote
anything,
words
Sam
and
loves to
said
write
words for a living.
punny headlines are his thing.
That's a talent. My sister's great at puns. I am not. If I ever need a pun, I call her.
Hmm.
Now I'll ask him too, knowing that he knows puns.
Yes. So for today, we didn't have any reviews to go over, and we are sitting at a very lovely, I think 145 followers on Spotify, which is seriously amazing. I freaking love you guys. And of course, we have to shout out our two biggest supporters of the podcast, Toasty and Apollo, our hopeless romantics who have been here with us tonight. Seriously, we appreciate you both. And I will call out your name every single week. Yay.
You were already doing that before you opened a Patreon, so
Mhm.
whatever.
At
I
least
mean,
she'll remember, though.
This is true.
I'm terrible.
I talk about Toasty a lot, and we talk about Apollo a lot because he's always in the live stream chat. So Toasty and Apollo get shout outs no matter what's going on. But the big things that are going on behind the scenes between the two girls is that we've kind of weaseling our way into this industry, one person at a time. So we do have quite a few interviews lined up that we are hoping to start at least putting out an interview every 5 to 6 weeks, depending on how the schedule and how the flow of the episodes and game series works. So be on the lookout for more awesome people within the video game industry sharing their stories with the two girls.
Yeah, long story on that one, being short, is someone let me into a Facebook group that I don't belong in. And then I just started messaging people. And
nice.
some of them have said yes.
Yeah.
A lot of them, actually, only one no so far, because they are busy. But it's fine. Everyone else said yes. But that was more than I expected. The people in the games industry are very accommodating and sweet. So now we are busy because this is a passion project and not a full-time job.
What I think the most recent person that we put on the schedule, she's number 7 of interviews that we have scheduled for future dates. So I'm like, holy shit. But okay.
It's just going to tease us with all these interviews and not drop a name. Like, come on.
Oh, no. No.
Well, the next interview, the one that we just did last Saturday, it's coming out in like 2 weeks. So you can look forward to that. That's all I'm going to say, though. Because you have to have some surprise in life, right?
No, you don't. Surprise is overrated.
Here's another clue. This person is actually 2 clues. This person is a narrative designer / games writer, and they have a blue check mark on Twitter. So it was a big deal for us.
They are verified, which is verified awesome. Okay.
I have one Twitter follower with a blue check mark.
Tom.
I was very fond of. No, not Tom. I guess 2 then. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if Tom actually has a check
I don't think Tom has one. No, it was just some random guy. Never heard of him before, but he had a blue check mark, and I was like, sick. I'll take your follow.
We got to figure out how to get the girls verified.
Yeah, we need more followers. But someday, we're playing the long game. We have to. There's just so much to talk about, especially now with interviews.
At least you keep up with the social media stuff. I do not.
Gosh,
I'm so bad.
I feel like I'm bad. And then half the time I'm going on Twitter and I see like Jen's responded to people and done stuff. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I forgot that we have to look at social media because I plan posts with a post planner software, a free version. But
that's why we work. Like, you posts this stuff, and then I get the notifications on my phone that people have retweeted it or they've commented on it, and then I jump in and I'm like, yay, I love it. And then I jump in and start commenting pictures on Sexy Caden, and other people keep going on it. And I was like, look, all right, I kind of forgot which profile that I was on, but that's okay. Because it's still on brand for me.
I was gonna
to,
say, I
like-
just retweeted some Horizon stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, wait, this is our podcast. I don't have my own Twitter, so sorry.
There's romance in Horizon. Maybe we'll cover it in 2024.
Yeah.
But
I'm
okay,
still waiting on the Witcher stuff.
okay. So the Witcher stuff, I actually have the script the script is written for The Witcher. The script is written for The Witcher. I just haven't found a spot yet to squeeze it in between all of the craziness that is going on.
I feel like do you have like a year's worth of shows already planned out?
I already have all of 22 planned out, and 23 is outlined and mapped. I just need to actually put it in what date we are going to be recording each people. But then we get awesome interview opportunities that we're not going to pass up. So I keep bumping and bumping and bumping. So now I'm thinking that I need to start making my outline for 24.
Dear Lord, that's crazy.
No, right?
Mm.
But it's awesome.
You're so planned out and proper. And here I am writing my outlines on the day of my podcast.
Oh, I'm a Virgo. I can't do that.
We spend
That means
I'm
nothing to
I'm a
me,
Virgo, but that's
so-
how I would do it. I would absolutely do it that way.
Toasty, you're a Gemini like me, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's funny. No, I literally APA reference page my references for our episodes. Like everything is very actually I've started giving up on the APA because it's like we're the only ones looking at that. But I'll at least put the link. I have a references page. I don't do in-text citations because that's dumb. That's too much.
Is that like supposed to be a Virgo thing, being super organized? Because
Yeah.
if so, I need to tell my wife she's doing it wrong.
Supposedly.
I'm a Virgo. That does not apply to me.
That's why it's a joke. I don't know if astrology is real, but a Virgo is supposed to be like very anal retentive, planned out, organized, etc. So whenever I'm like, oh, I'm a Virgo as a joke, because that's just me. I don't know. I like to have everything planned out. Although, because I have a full-time job and also a child that's not in daycare at this time, it's hard to write these like analytical essays every week for the pods. But I can't not, like, because I'm excited about it, and I want our episodes to be really good, which I hope they are. But it takes a lot of work, and that is just the outlines, not even the audio editing, social media, actually recording it. My husband's always like, you should count the time. It's like at least a part-time job's worth of time. I'm like, that's why I hope we get popular and paid someday. That'd be great. Sponsor us, games industry.
And that's why Toasty and Apollo are here tonight, because they really appreciate us and are helping to donate to our Patreon at patreon.com/2girls1ship. Another
Nice
way
plug.
I know.
Gosh, honestly, she's like
Well done.
the professional one out of the two
Pro
of us.
plug right there.
You're
Seamless.
Toasty. My
You're
brain is
welcome.
not in the place for
I'm
you to
aware.
tell me a pro
I'm
plugger
fucking
right now.
aware.
Oh,
Specific word choice on my part. We'll say that much.
I appreciate it. Another way that we are trying to generate a little bit of revenue to help these two girls out is by placing ads in our recordings. So we are going to take this moment to plug in a few ads from sponsors and from other shows from the Robots Radio Network. Okay. And we are back. So tonight we have talked with Toasty and Apollo about their favorite video game romances. And I know what mine are. And I think we all know who Vervada's was. Do you want to go first, Fee? Because I have
I was gonna ask, who's mine?
who your favorite
mine?
video game romance is.
Yeah.
Was wait. Let's see if I remember this. I can't remember his damn name because I've never played Dragon Age. Is it Alistair? Is that his name or something?
Yeah, Toasty's right.
Okay. I just assumed so with how much you gushed about him on that one episode.
So it's really hard to pick between Alistair and Garrus, but I have to pick Alistair because I played Dragon Age Origins first before I ever played Mass Effect. I think I played Mass Effect immediately after, but Alistair, I still have such distinct memories of experiencing that romance for the first time, and it was so special. So I have to pick him as my favorite. But,
I'm gonna
I can
romance him
elaborate.
in this Dragon Age playthrough I'm doing right now, but it's gonna be a minute. Forbidden
Yeah.
West is all my attention
Yeah,
right
oh,
now.
No, don't even play Forbidden West.
I have to play the first one first.
You must. Have you played Zero Dawn, Jen?
No.
I know we're tangenting again. What? I love how me and Apollo are like the same with games. We're also both Virgos. It's so funny.
I also, I mean,
Zero Dawn.
the last big RPG that I was playing before I got into BioWare was I was playing Final Fantasy, so I played 7, 10, 10-2, played Skyrim, but before that it was Witcher, and I had put 600 or 700 hours into it, just doing new game, and then upping the difficulty, I know, right?
I was about to say Toasty with his giant Witcher. What is that? The Kaer Morgan banner or the Wolf Clan people?
Wolf symbol, yeah.
Yeah, and then the silver and the iron
come on, I
swords.
can't.
And you've got the Witcher tusk. Is that a coin?
No, it's a ring.
Oh, ring,
It's
his
a
ring.
or whatever. I have a necklace with the same thing on it. It's just dangling right there. I barely see it.
I think I can see it. I have played only The Witcher 3, so I'm glad that you've played.
Most people have really only played The Witcher 3,
Once
which
again,
is
same.
fine.
Yeah, my husband's read all the books, and obviously we actually haven't seen a second season yet of the show, but I will definitely be watching that at some point. Oh, does Tosi have thoughts about the show, or were you just stretching?
Oh, no. I season 2 is far better than season 1. That's what I have to say about it. So you should definitely go watch it. So.
That was him looking at you and the way you looked at Genesis for not playing Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was Toasty throwing shade.
That season 1, aesthetically, they went after the game, but narratively, they did the books. It's a weird combination. So I think that's why season 1 made no sense, because book 1 makes no sense.
I appreciated season 1 after you figured out what they were doing, like the time shifts. Then I was like, oh, I get it. I like it. Great.
They tell you in every episode. You just have to pay attention. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you should pay attention to shows. Otherwise, you don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay,
he's always on his phone watching something.
If he's read the books, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's the thing.
Anything, though. I'm like,
oh, sorry. That was part of the thing, is that I knew that the timelines were going to be different or off or anything like that. So I was expecting that. But then when they started playing everything together, even I, who was expecting it, was getting lost. So for somebody who wasn't expecting that, made it very difficult to try and get into.
To be fair, the books do a better order of things than the show did. Yeah. Because it's not the same order for the short stories.
And I was getting pissed at that too, because I was like, that's not how that happened. That's not when that happened. What the fuck is going on here? I like your ass in those pants. And then, yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it.
I'll do it. Okay, we have tangented so hard.
It's just two girls, one ship. What is? It's a tangent. That's what it is. That's the whole podcast. No.
Yeah.
That was my tagline. Is two girls. It's all about tits, tattoos, turians, and tangents.
Mm-hmm. That's accurate. Well, who
Mm.
was your favorite romance, Jen?
Well,
Like to
okay.
steer the ship back in the right direction, at least. Before the tangents come back.
Well, I'm like, there's tits and there's turians. And I really think that I'm going to save my absolute solid full favorite romance because we haven't talked about this person yet. So I really want to be able to give my full opinion on this character's romance episode. So I'm going to talk about the one that kind of started it all for me and who is my canon femshep romance. And that's got to be Garrus Vakarian. Like, there's nobody better than Garrus for a female shepherd. There is no Vakarian. There is no shepherd without Vakarian. And I don't know. There's no Genesis without without a Shakarian.
I mean, it's the voice, isn't it? It's his voice.
It's the voice for sure, but it's also the fact that they get because they couldn't focus on giving him because they couldn't focus on giving him human facial expressions.
Wait, what happened? Was there a ghost?
My husband has a cold right now and is coughing a lot, and I can hear a lot of it, and I can also see that it's blipping my mic. So I'm just wondering if the coughing is showing up on my recording or not. So that was an
I'm
evil
sorry.
death glare.
Damn it. I know you're sick, but stop.
How dare you be sick while I'm recording my podcast? How selfish.
It's extremely selfish, damn it.
Yeah, Garrus didn't get sick while you were recording your podcast, so.
Oh, I was like, he did get sick in one part, but no, not while recording my podcast. He does get sick. Oh, y'all need to quit hating on Jacob out there. Jacob is a very soon and upcoming episode, which we will totally.
Who the hell's Jacob? I don't even know who Jacob is.
He's a Mass Effect 2 character.
That is literally all you need to know about Jacob,
Yeah,
though,
you're not missing
unfortunately.
much.
They did him dirty. I wish he was a better character, but alas, he's not. He's just, they didn't make him a better one.
Many thoughts.
Yeah, he's coming out soon, real soon. But
My Garrus, my one true love in video game romances. Yeah. I think the fact that I have always loved the bad boy. Like, there were TV shows where I was like, oh, he's like the little outcast over there wearing the leather jacket. I think he's cute. Or, you know, I had the biggest crush on Spike from Buffy.
I was about to say, I was straight up
I
about to
did
say,
too.
you were a Spike girl, weren't you?
I mean, I had a
I-
man crush on Spike. Who
Yeah,
didn't
how
have a
could you
crush on
not?
Spike?
Okay, to be fair, I didn't really like how like gaunt David Boreanaz was in Buffy, but whenever he like filled out for Angel, I was like, oh yeah.
Agreed.
But I don't know. I've always been an Angel stan.
Mm.
Well, I guess if you're talking in terms of the bad Faith was
Ooh. I would also, Faith is also high on the list. And then Angelus would beat Spike out any day. But
that black eyeliner really did it, didn't it?
the eyeliner. So-
Dark Willow beats them all. You gotta love Dark Willow.
It's Faith has always been my favorite.
Oh,
I
Go.
I don't know why I'm this way, but I watched Angel and never watched Buffy.
I don't
I
remember
watched.
Buffy as well.
Yeah, I watched Buffy one time, the entire episode 1 all the way through season 7. But I've watched Angel all the way through at least 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
I prefer
We
Angel.
have the whole, well, my mom has it now, but we bought like all the DVDs and we used to watch them all the time. But this was when I was a teenager, and I haven't been a teenager for quite some time. So I don't remember much aside from Spike. I do remember Spike. I think what
Still need to
attracted me to
watch Angel.
Garrus, yeah, was the vulnerable side and the sweet side though. Like he has a dark side, but I'm like, we're just gonna
So
glance over that.
you like Spike with a soul. So
Mhm.
Yes, that's why I like Spike when he started to like in Angel, when he started to be good. Oh, give me redemption. Yes. Oh, that's why Avatar: Last Airbender, Zuko forever, Zuko forever.
can I
That is
somehow
my
high
bread and
five
butter.
you over here? I don't know how this is gonna work. It's a weird angle. I am I to your left?
That's so
You're,
funny because
diagonally up to
on
me.
the stream.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so if we want to
You're
do
over
this
here.
correctly on stream, and I'll screen
For
cap
me,
it.
you're right here.
V, I need you to point down to this corner. No,
Wait,
down,
Oh,
This way?
God. Wait.
down.
Okay.
V,
Let me
point
look at the
down.
stream.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bravada,
Whoa.
okay. Hold on. Other hand, you were in the right corner. You were in the correct corner. Yes.
This way?
Okay. Yes. So
Okay.
you're going to high five down that way. Toasty, you are
Okay,
going
where
to
am I
go
going?
up that way.
I'm going.
And there we
I'm
go.
going.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Bam.
Screenshot. That's adorable, you guys. And that will get
Yay.
posted in the Two Girls One Ship Discord as soon as we get off this call.
Wait, why are we high fiving again? That was such a cluster.
Because we like Zuko.
Okay, I was just like, wait,
We'll
what
just
was the
high five for
reason
no
for
reason.
things?
It's fine.
I totally forgot it was that bad. No, yeah,
Let's high five for goldfish memories too, because apparently we have that in common as well.
I have ADHD. That just comes with it.
Okay, I've never been diagnosed, but my sister has, and we're very similar. So I always think that I like either just have it by proxy of her or have it for myself. I don't know. Because same, I just have I don't know. I have a terrible memory and I'm very easily distracted. But that's about it. Oh no. Oh no, maybe that is it. I don't know.
It's
have to ask my
entirely
sister.
possible. I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain that ADHD is way more common than people think. It just
Mhm.
like, I mean, I was barely young enough at the time for people to actually like consider it, which I guess the only reason I was considered to be diagnosed was the fact that my second grade teacher called me a lot of terrible things, including the Antichrist, because apparently I misbehaved that bad in her class. So I had to go see like a psychologist and everything. It was pretty rough, but
Mm,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
I feel like past that point, most people didn't even consider ADHD to be real,
Yeah.
like before that. So
I'm like a 90s kid, so I feel like everyone had ADHD. Like growing up, that was like the thing. It just started getting diagnosed everywhere. But my mom like we didn't struggle in school really, but also girls usually I feel like have a harder time getting diagnosed with anything like that because they're just like, oh, that's just a girl doing girl stuff, being an
yeah,
introvert or shy or whatever or spacey. And but yeah, my sister when we were in the Navy, she got diagnosed. And for me, I'm like, I'm an adult, so it doesn't really matter anymore, like if I have to know or not. But also, I don't
it's
want to go pay for a therapist, so
you don't need it though. That's the thing. It's like I didn't need it. It was only because like the school made such a big deal out of things that it was like, oh yeah, he's got to go do this.
Yeah.
I don't need to go see a therapist for it. I'm just get distracted easily and I can't
Mhm.
remember things unless I can see them, which is apparently a symptom that I learned about recently. Like
I'm
I
a
open
fidgeter.
every cabinet in my kitchen because I don't remember where stuff is until I'm looking at it.
Object
And I didn't know this was a
impermanence.
thing.
Yeah, I'll walk into a room and be like, wait, what was I doing again? And I'll have to just talk to myself, trying to figure out why I went somewhere or like what I was getting something. What was I coming to get? Oh yeah, more water or something, like just happens all the time. And it's gotten worse since I had a kid. So I kind of was just like, maybe it's because I had a kid. I don't know. But maybe she did
Wow.
make it worse. She
We
took some,
really
hopefully she took
are.
my smarts.
We are so opposite on so many things. If you were to ask me right now where I left my water bottle at work, I can tell you exactly in my office where it is.
No, like I remember where things are but like I'll just suddenly forget what I was doing for a second.
The
It's
thing
weird.
the thing is I can tell you exactly where everything in my kitchen is, but the moment that I walk
Yeah.
into it, I forget
Yeah,
like
like
where the stuff is.
at that
Hmm.
moment you forget. You don't always
It's
forget.
weird. Like I can tell you where my cups are, but I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna open the damn cabinet where the plates are, thinking it's where the cups are.
My cabinets
Guaranteed.
are good, but it's my pantry that gets me. And I've organized that freaking pantry so many times, and I still I'll open it and just be like, I don't know where anything is. What was I getting in here? The only thing I know where anything is the kid snacks, because I'm pretty sure that's how my kid is alive, is snacks. She doesn't want to eat like meals anymore. I don't know what happened. She became 2 and was like, nope. I see a cat. Apollo, tell us about your cat. Is that George? George?
Toasty, you have cats too, yeah?
That is
Yes.
George. Where'd he
Oh,
go?
I love knowing cats' names. It makes me
I have
happy.
2 cats.
George.
They're not allowed in this room.
Okay, wait, but tell us about your cats. That's what I want to know.
Oh, I gotta tell you about my cats. Okay, well, the boy is Azriel, and then the girl is Winter.
What's Azrael from?
It's like the name of like the angel of destruction and rejuvenation
Oh, okay. Good.
because he's a
The
pain in the
actual source.
ass.
Yeah. I was like, did your wife name that after like Court of Thorns and Roses character? Because like everyone's obsessed with those books. But no,
I
that's
don't
why
know if she's familiar. I don't know. I'll have to ask. But no, it was just a name suggestion, and then Winter was already named that, but like she's gray and white. So I was just like, they were like, you can rename her if you want, and I was like, nah, I think it fits. Plus, I think it was like right before the season, like the final season of like Game of Thrones. So it was just like, yeah, Winter's cool. So why
Sorry
not?
for the cat talk, everybody, but we gotta have it. I require cats.
Jerry and George, they're Seinfeld characters.
My mom's obsessed with Seinfeld. Well, she was anyway.
Never watched it.
Yeah, I only watched it because she had it on all the time. But yeah,
Pretty sure I'm the baby here though. So
You are.
wait. Oh,
It goes Apollo, me, V, Toasty.
I'm 30. Does that help establish the hierarchy?
No,
I'm 25.
You are the baby.
Wait, no, I'm 24. I haven't turned 25 yet.
He doesn't even remember how old he is. There you go.
I turned 25 this year.
I mean, you get to
Happy
a point
birthday.
where you remember how old you are by remembering what year you're born, and then you just do the math.
I just did the math just now.
Mhm.
That's how I figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by my Jen's cat. I see her and I love her. And I see Yuri also says that she likes those books. I like those books too. So when I heard Azrael, I immediately thought that character, but I forgot that that was named after an actual angel of stuff. Destruction, you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a perfect name for a cat. I should have named my cat that because he's an asshole and destroys everything, including my door frame at like 3 a.m. when he wants food. I had to buy one of those automatic air sprayers. It's motion censored. So when he walks up to it, it just blasts him with like compressed air. And God, when I hear his little jingle bell sprint away in the night, I'm like, oh, I wish I could have seen that happen. Just give me the satisfaction of watching you sprint away. He makes me so mad when he wakes me up. I love him though, but he really, really sucks. I have one cat that's amazing and one cat that's horrible. I feel like that's everyone.
Mine are both awful and amazing at the same time. So
We are lucky. We have 3 really good cats. They're
You are
all
lucky.
good. We are lucky.
Because my one cat, Mary, like as in Maryadoc Brandy Buck, he is perfection. He does nothing wrong. He is an actual angel on earth. Like he
Oh.
literally is perfect. except he's a little fat. That's like the only critique I give him, and I'm really trying to fix that, but it's impossible to get a cat to lose weight. I swear to God. And my other cat is Satan.
V, did
He's
you
great,
see?
but I'm sorry. Okay, done with cats. Sorry.
No, you brought up Mary, and then it reminded me, did you see that there is a new addition to the Tom Robots Radio Lorecast lineup? It is a show that he is hosting, and it is the Lord of the Rings Lorecast,
Wow, he's
I,
gonna have that show for years.
right?
There's a lot to talk about.
I already Aragon memed him, so or gift him. So
Nice. I downloaded the first episode. It's out right now, but I haven't actually listened to it yet because I'm
I will definitely be listening to that.
really, really,
got my
really
Kang War.
weirdly angled.
Hey, I won a Lord of the Rings team trivia contest by myself
Ooh.
back in like 2008. I am not as up as I was back then, but I mean, I literally won by myself. I got 40 questions out of 40 questions right.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
That's
So-
impressive. I love trivia, and the Mass Effect Lorecast trivia made me realize I'm not as good as I thought I was at trivia, or my brain can only hold like one fandom at a time, and it just dumps everything. So I wouldn't be able to do any Lord of the Rings trivia right now, or like very minimal stuff. But my daughter's named after one of the Lord of the Rings characters. It's not Arwen. I love Lord of the Rings.
you said that with so much
Well,
derision.
No, I love Arwen, but like everyone and their mom's name is Arwen. So
Oh no, Aowen was that is my all time. That Miranda Otto as Aowen is my all time celebrity crush. Like, oh my god, she was just beautiful.
the perfect
Amazing.
Eowyn.
She really was.
Not a video game, but still favorite crush. Also,
Was a
remember
video
my
game.
mother-
I'm pretty sure that I dumped like
Well-
2,000 hours into the Lord of the Rings video game.
yeah, but I meant like he's talking about Miranda Otto as Eowyn, like in the movies. But
Yeah, and she
But I mean,
voices the
yeah.
Aowen character on the game, so she
mhm.
is in.
Oh, I never
video
played the
game.
online one. I played all the like PlayStation 2 ones they made
Oh,
back in
Those
the
were
day.
fun, but
They were
those were
fun.
fun, but they weren't
Um,
very deep.
No, they were not. They were just the movie. You were just participating in the movie.
Just threw the
basically.
movie into a
Yeah.
video game. Yeah,
Same
but
with the Harry Potter games. I still played them, but that's all they were. When I still remember when my mom read Lord of the Rings to us and we got to Return of the King, and when Eowyn and Faramir fell in love, that was like my favorite thing ever. Oh, and I cried when at the end because my mom read the appendices to us too, and then like when they go on about how Aragorn died and Arwen wandered to Lothlorien and died on a hill and flowers grew there, and I was just like crying, and I'm like this little 7-year-old. It's like the first time a story affected me, you know? Lord of the Rings, best.
I've never read
You
the
read-
books. Dang.
Oh, good. Have you read the Silmarillion? Have you gone that deep?
No, but I'm
I've been meaning
familiar
to.
with what it is.
Is it not? Is this? So I know I've been meaning to read the Silmarillion. I just like read a bunch of other stuff. But the Amazon show that's coming out is Second Age. I know that. Is that about is that the Silmarillion kind of? Or is
I
it
think
parts of
that's
it?
going to be no. I think that's going to be based on. I think that's going to be like when Sauron first started coming to power. I think
Yeah.
Silmarillion is
Silmarillion's
like the
before
creation
that,
story.
right?
It's
Yeah,
like
okay.
the universe got created.
Mm-hmm. I know only a little of that, but I do know that. Well, yeah,
I read
anyway.
that 4 times.
Ooh.
All I know is that Gandalf is some sort of like ancient being, but they don't suggest that in the movies at all.
Yeah, he's
like
essentially
a
like
step
an
below
angel.
the gods. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like a minor god.
Mm-hmm. The starts with an M. What is it? Do you remember what are they actually called?
The because you said it,
can't
I was
remember.
going to say it earlier, and then
It
you
starts
said
with an
that, and
M.
I can't remember. I
I
can't remember.
remember either.
Like I said, I'm
Oh,
about
well.
14 years from being super in depth in the lore.
a Mabarith.
Mm-mm.
So,
No, but we have Google, and I can't let things go. I have to know.
Yeah, I'm over here. The Maiar?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember his real name is Olorin.
Yeah.
So, future reference, Lord of the Rings trivia. Get Apollo.
I'm
On your
gonna have
team.
to study back up at this point. Like back
Okay,
then, I
well-
knew how many. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. Oh, sorry. I was gonna just get us back to romance, I guess. I don't know if anyone's finding this fun to listen to, then I'm glad because I am having fun talking about it. I also just want to make sure we're talking about our what we're supposed to be talking about. I don't know. I just saw Yuri comment that Reese is it's a good one. Reese in the book series I talked about earlier by S.J. Moss. They're good. The newest book she just released was straight up literotica, and I did not expect that. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I didn't mean to read this. I'm gonna get in trouble. That was my reaction. The first 3 books are very, very romantic. So I love them. But then the 4th one is like about different characters, and it's like not romantic. So
It's all sex.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what I expected from this author or these characters. I'm scared now. Because this is not my cup of tea.
I'm just excited for Monday.
Ooh,
I get to have all my patrons start arguing about Triss versus Yennefer because we decided that's the patron chat.
So, yep,
That's a big argument.
Monday night is going to be a Valentine's episode, and your girl happens to be a Witcher Lorecast patron, so I will be on there as part of the Patreon episode to talk about either Yennefer or Triss. Or do I have to stay within the confines of those two, Toasty? Because there's a third option that never gets any love.
See, okay, so if we want to talk about like which one's the favorite, then I have, my different opinions. If we're talking in the sense of like which one I think is best for Geralt, I think my opinion, and I'll just leak it here because why not? My opinion for who's the best for Geralt is fucking nobody.
No, you can be fucking everybody. Don't say it's fucking nobody. It's fucking everybody, but not committing to anybody.
Committing to no one is what I think is the best option for Geralt, not gonna lie. And I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be surprised by that one.
No,
but if I have to pick, I pick Yennefer. So
ooh, I picked Triss. But I don't really know enough. I just don't like Yennefer that much. But maybe I will once I research her. That seems to be the trend on this show is I'm like, I don't really like that character. And then I research them and I'm like, oh, never mind.
Once you do the research on both of them, I don't think you're gonna like either of them. They both suck.
Yeah.
Yennefer in Witcher 3 is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But once
bitchy.
you do a little bit more of like a deep dive into Yennefer, like she's very controlling and manipulative, and that's not great. But also Triss is as well, because she basically uses Geralt's memory loss against him to get him to fall in love with her. And it's
it's gross.
Like, Triss, you know about all this, and also that's not okay. He doesn't remember anything.
You can't trust either of them, and trust is the foundation of any good relationship. So,
which is why Shani is the best.
You can talk about Shani. Yes, that's fine. You're going to be in the minority. I can guarantee it. But yes, you can talk about Shani.
Either that, or I'll pick one of the 19. And I'll just say that that's my canon. Only one of the 19.
As long as one of the 19 is either the one who's supposed to be not evil, but is like covered in blood and bones, or the one that's pouring cow's milk on her hoo-ha, either one of those is fine.
Okay.
Those 19 cards are stupid. They're so dumb.
Stupid awesome, and I love them. And that was my first introduction to video game sex. So, that's what that is my story, other than The Sims, because woohoo is different.
Woohoo is different. It's just like sparkles and blankets moving. Oh God, sorry. I have this
and little
clip
hearts.
Little hearts. My introduction to video game sex was definitely Alistair, and it just hits different when you have like weird lingerie on and you just hear the like beautiful romantic music, and you're like, okay, this is beautiful and nice moment. Also, he's losing his virginity, so it's like it's not very sexy. It's very, very lovely. It's
It's
romantic.
sweet and romantic, and
Just
with
like
Alistair.
Tali.
Oh, yep, Tally was a virgin too.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first was Yennefer on the back of that unicorn, so that was my introduction.
Witcher 3 just throws you right in. That game starts and hey, everybody's naked. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the show did that too. Like, hey, everyone's naked.
I found the cutest little statue that I might end up spending way too much money on, and I promise this will be my last tangent for the night. But it's a little Geralt inside of a hot tub, and it is master craft work. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
But he's got a
Yeah.
tiny little rubber ducky in the bath, and I'm like, I need that specifically just because it's got the little rubber ducky in it. I
was afraid you were going to say something else besides rubber ducky.
Oh, no. No, okay. So rubber duckies. Here's
Oh dear.
a random Gen story because I haven't done one of these in forever. I collect rubber ducks. I have ever since I was a little kid. I absolutely love them. And not just like your plain basic white or yellow rubber duck that you throw in the bathtub. In fact, rubber ducks do not belong in bathtubs, people. They are specifically designed. There are 2 different kinds of ducks, and only one of them is supposed to be a bath toy. The others are not. If your duck can squeak or honk or anything like that, please make sure that it is not waterborne. It is not safe. That's my little soapbox. Yuri Cat has most definitely seen parts of my rubber duck collection. It has tripled since you have worked with me, my dear, because now I have a bookshelf dedicated to all of the rubber ducks that people have bought for me over the last 13 years working at my hotel. They walk into my office, they see my rubber duck collection, they buy me more rubber ducks. I absolutely love it. I have a rubber duck tattoo on my rib cage. Completely unplanned. You saw me. I just leaned back to my nightstand and I have a Santa rubber duck. I have hundreds of these guys.
I can't collect anything because I was in the military and you got to move.
This is a safe one. He does not have a hole in his base. If your duck has a hole, it means that mold can grow on the inside of the duck if you don't like squeeze them fully out. Oh, nope,
Why
he's
would
got a mouth
they
hole.
make rubber ducks like that? Because my mom bought my daughter 2 rubber ducks when she was a baby, and I thought they were bath toys because they were rubber ducks, and they were kind of like thin. And one night I was putting them in the bathtub, and I just saw the light from the bathroom just shining through the duck, and there was just so much mold on the inside. And I was like, oh my, no, just threw them away.
Yep.
It made me sad because they were cute. But I don't know why they would make it that way. I tried bleaching them before I threw them away. It did nothing.
You can't.
Yeah. It was a sad day. Those ducks, they served well. But yeah, I mean, we can call it if you want. I know we've all talked about our favorite romances and literally everything else.
Should I do? Okay, my mini trailer, my teaser for who my actual one true romance is.
Oh yeah. I forgot that I was wondering about that.
And I'll offline this with you because it was actually something that I saw 20 minutes before the opening of this episode, and I got so legitimately angry, I changed it because I am livid with what they did. But tits, tattoos, trauma, and tears. My favorite lover. All right.
I don't have enough knowledge to make a guess, but I have a guess.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it though.
All right, because I think that we are going to wrap up the show for tonight. So, a few things before we do that. If you would like to join us on next month's episode, you can join us on Patreon at patreon.com/2girls1ship. And if you like what you're hearing, please make sure to leave us a review and subscribe. You can find us at our 2 Girls 1 Ship chat on the Robots Radio Discord channel, and come give us a follow on all the social medias at 2 Girls 1 Ship. Links to those are in the description.
And don't forget that we will be live streaming each recording of the episodes on Twitch and YouTube at 2 Girls 1 Ship every Friday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and releasing the podcast episodes on Mondays. Toasty Apollo, do you have anything you want to share before we go? How can people reach you, etc.? Anything cool going on?
I don't know if you picked this up during the episode. I'm the host of the Witcher Lorecast on the Robots Radio Network with Tom. And if you like romance, go listen on Monday. I'm pretty sure you'll have like a day's notice. These come out on Sunday, right?
They come out on Monday morning.
Okay, well, you'll have like some notice. You can either go watch the live stream on Monday night or get the episode on Wednesday when it comes out. But they're talking about Witcher romance. So if you like this podcast, I'm pretty sure you'll like that page chat.
I'm Apollo. I'm Apollo on the Discord. I'm looking forward to playing Forbidden West all weekend, except for when we've got to watch the next episode of The Marvelous Miss Maisel, because we love Miss Maisel.
Oh my gosh, I swear, Apollo, we like the same stuff. That's so funny. One of my favorite shows ever, Miss Maisel.
This is a very interesting split here of people. Just
Right?
y'all over here, y'all similarities, and me and Genesis over here.
I don't know, except the focus part. Me and Genesis are more on the same on the being able to focus. I can straight line to somewhere and not pay attention to anything else. Where like a friend of mine has a girlfriend. We went to Halloween Horror Nights and we're all walking to a ride, and then we're like, "Where'd she go?" And then she's like, "Oh, she saw a shiny thing over there, and she went that way." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yep. Nope. I am the one that normally can pull everything back into the straight line. I let tonight go because it's fun. It's free. It's Patreon live chat.
But if we were going somewhere, if we had a destination in sight, I would be right there with you, keeping them two in line. Let's go that way, that way, that way.
Trying to keep me in line.
Right.
Yeah, failing.
That's a task and a half, my friend.
Toasty, do you read signs that you see? Or like if that's something I do that my husband gets kind of annoyed at sometimes. Also, he might think it's funny. I hope he does. Maybe it's a charming thing about me that I don't know. But like if I see an interesting sign, I'll just read it like out loud randomly. I don't know why.
I don't out loud read stuff, no, but I will get distracted by just random crap that I see. It is true.
Like if we're driving and I see a billboard, I'll read what it says. I'm like, oh wow, did you know that that's over there? Oh wow, did you know that that's over there?
Can you see something like maybe that might happen, and then in your own head imagine it happening and have a debate and an argument with that person in your head, and 5 minutes later realize you just got worked up over something that didn't happen?
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Is that just anxiety?
No, it's just I'll just imagine a situation, and then I'll play it out in my head.
Oh yeah.
And I'll win. Like I'll play out the whole debate, the whole argument in my head, and I'll win, and I'll be happy. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'll have an hour-long dialogue with myself of a scene that I think might happen that never happens, because I would have to be the one to initiate it. And I'm a damn introvert, so I won't initiate anything.
I was going to say, this is why I'm so happy I have a twin sister, because so much of my life would have just been that if it wasn't for her. But instead, we just like developed that with each other. So we'll just talk to each other. And she's like one of the only people that gets all the references. Like something will happen, and I'll randomly make a reference, and she'll cackle, and no one else will get it. And that's from that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Otherwise, I'm an introvert, and this is the only way I talk to people is on the internet. Ever since COVID, anyway.
I'm the same.
And I'm the extrovert who brings everybody together. Yay!
I mean, I don't have a I don't have a problem with public speaking because I know what I'm talking about. But take me to because my girlfriend had to work on this because there were so many times where we'd go to like a party with somebody at work or friends, and we'd get there and she'd immediately go to the bathroom, and then I just shut down. I'm done. I'm done for the night because you left me with a room of people I don't know, and now I'm done. Like she had to quit going to the bathroom immediately and let me get situated first. Then I'm okay.
Mm.
I didn't even talk to people at my own wedding. That's how introverted I was. It was my wedding, and I was like, nah.
I'm so
just gonna hide
introverted.
over here in the corner.
Yeah, I got a courthouse wedding, and my parents were our witnesses. I didn't want anyone. I was like, no attention, please. No, let's just do this.
That's smarter. All the money you would have spent on
Yeah.
the wedding, you can put towards your life.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't spend anything. My aunt was like, "Hey, do you want like a small wedding thing at my house?" And I was like, "Sure, if you're paying for it."
I was like, right? The most expensive thing that I got was my dress, and that was $1,800, and my dad bought it because I'm daddy's little girl. But everything other than that, my grandma and my mom made all the food. My venue was at a local park, so I had to pay a $30 all-day rental fee. And everything else was just because my family and friends are awesome, and we all made it work.
My wife
That's
spent
cute.
money on dress and like hair and makeup on the day of, and I was over here playing an entire Quidditch tournament before, and I'm pretty sure I wore like $32 worth of clothes at my wedding. Like
I had to reschedule my wedding like the week before, just to the next day because my Navy stuff, and I just wore a skirt and a shirt. Like it wasn't even that big of a deal. It just
I
didn't.
should have known my situation was doomed with my ex-wife because on her all the way up to our wedding, it was her parents are paying for it, her parents are paying for everything, and then the wedding's over, and then they're like, okay, who's paying for this? And my mom had to pay for stuff. I should have just said, all right, annulled right then. That would have been I would have saved a lot of time and money and everything.
That's crazy. You didn't get paid beforehand. I feel like most places request it before the wedding.
It was like the cater. It was one thing, but they were like, no, we had but the one thing was like $2,000.
Oh, jeez.
mm.
Yeah, we went to a
Should've just gone
barbecue
straight
place
to the middle.
after our wedding, and we just celebrate our anniversary the day we started dating instead of the actual wedding anniversary because we didn't get to the day isn't special to us. We just got married mainly for military benefits because, I mean, we were already together. We love each other, but you get extra money when you're married. So
Mm-hmm.
yay.
We celebrate both just because why not?
Yeah.
Toasty, will you tell my husband that is a valid argument that the day you started dating and the anniversary of your wedding are two separate dates, and therefore it is still valid to celebrate both of them?
No, because that would involve me having to talk to someone I don't know.
Toasty,
You can say that I said it, and I'll just send you a Discord message that say I endorse.
Just put it in Discord. She can show it.
If that works.
Okay, I can also make him listen to the podcast episode I'm producing right now.
Oh my gosh, I thought we were
that's
gonna cut
fine.
all
I'm
this.
fairly certain I've said everything already then. So I'll just throw on the Patreon bonus. It's fine. I don't know.
That sounds like me with pictures. Like, don't tell me to pose for a picture. You can take a picture of me, but just don't tell me to pose for it.
I hate pictures so much.
I've hated that since I was a kid. Every picture that I ever took growing up is me looking miserable because I'm being forced to take this picture.
I hate pictures
My
so
husband
much.
too. I try not to take so many, but it's like at the same time I didn't think about it before, but now that I have a human child, I say that because I also think of my animals as children, but
Don't we all?
she just grows so fast, so I want to document, and then I end up looking at my photos and I see that I'm in none of them. And so part of me, even though I hate the way I look in pictures, I'm also like, somebody take pictures of me, take pictures of everybody, because you never know when you won't have any more time to take pictures, right? So try not to hate it too much. But if you got somebody like my mother-in-law is always just randomly like, meh, meh, in your face all the time. You're like, stop taking pictures.
I don't mind. Like if we're outside, if we're somewhere and it's like, hey, let's take a picture because that's fine. It's the whole okay, let's set up and let's pose and no, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, I don't like the whole shebang thing. I just want. I like candid photos more.
Yes.
Because then I'm like,
I hate
I
them
remember
all.
what we were doing.
Hate them all.
I went like 9 years using the same picture at school because no principal ever made us retake our picture, so I just kept using the same one. I'm like, no, don't want to sit here and pause for these people because they sit you down, tell you to look at something, and then they'll say, all right, and okay, done. I'm like, and that's it. You're looking weird. It's like,
I never took good school photos because I had this curse of something always happening the day of school photos. So like I think 3 years in a row I got hit in the face with some sort of ball in the gym. And my mom always got mad. I was like, yes, because I asked for them to toss a basketball in my face. Totally. That was my choice.
You totally did it on purpose.
Probably.
I think balls in Toasty's face is a great way to end the podcast for the night. I don't know.
Yeah, because me and Jen have another interview in 12 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Every Saturday for the next few weeks, and even a Sunday thrown in there for funsies.
yeah, but that's
For
fun. You're getting to
funsies.
interview like people that
Yeah.
that's awesome though.
Yeah, I'm like, just go for your dreams, people. All it takes is getting invited into a Facebook group and messaging randomly, like cold messaging people and being nice.
That's all it takes, but I don't have Facebook anymore
It's like what
because
I
I
tell my
hate
kids,
it.
the worst thing they can say is no if you don't
Exactly,
ask or where
exactly.
you're at right now anyway.
Exactly.
Do we want it? I'm trying to think because I was like game developer and internet bicon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we've got a pretty
You
good
said
one
it.
lined up for tomorrow morning. I'm excited.
If it makes you feel better, Vervada, I got to be at work in 5 hours.
Oh,
Ew.
yeah. We got to let Toasty go at
I'm
least take
sorry,
a nap.
Toasty. Yeah.
I really do appreciate you staying up late for us. And
Mhm.
Apollo, you've stayed up late as well. And V, I know it's getting close to your
Well, I don't have to
bedtime.
work tomorrow.
Oh, it's past my bedtime. I'm a baby.
Okay.
You're lucky I got Sunday off, or else I probably wouldn't.
Oh,
The Mass Effect patron chat is the one that makes me stay up late. way
I
past
can't
my
do it
bedtime.
anymore. Yeah, now that I have, because I didn't have a job. I was just still in school when I first started supporting, but now I started a job in November and I can't anymore. I'm
And
tired.
especially now that they've moved it to Monday nights, it's going to make it even more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
I
matter
agree.
for me.
Tuesday's my longest day because I do the side job on Tuesdays. So I leave here at 6 and I get home at 9. So that's my longest day. But I'll make it. I can do it once a month.
I could technically do it now because I always
Ooh.
have Tuesdays off because I have my own podcast on Monday night. I don't want to stay up
Yeah.
too late.
We are on right. Oh my God, that's going to be a double dose of Jen. Because I'll
I'm
be
not
on.
actually. I'm not going to sign up.
Oh, I'm
No.
not. I'm probably.
For Monday
The
night,
Patron
that means,
episode?
yeah, because I'll be on Witcher Lorecast, and then right after that is Mass Effect Lorecast, and that's both Patreon episodes in one night.
I'm too sleepy to think about doing that. I probably won't. I'll probably just have to stop being a patron.
I mean, you could come in at the very beginning and be like, all right, I got to talk. I got to go. Bye.
Maybe. The introverted me, though. All these interviews is taking out my social cards, my spoons.
I feel that.
Yeah.
If anything, it's giving me more. I'm like hyped.
Well,
But
that's
that's-
why you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert.
I'm like bouncy and
Socializing
ready to
gives you
go.
spoons.
Because after this, I'm probably.
You extroverts are weird for getting
Yeah.
your energy from social.
I need time
It
to
saps my
myself.
life force.
It does. Like, I enjoy it to a degree, but then I need time to recharge. So, like, if I'm having these interviews, like having to be professional and talk to strangers for an hour or more, and then I'm like, okay, I don't have capacity to do that even more then. Like, I can't put that face on again.
But they're only a
Just need to
stranger the
rest.
first time that you talk to them.
Well, yeah, I know, but the next couple Saturdays, that's every Saturday.
They're still a stranger. Talk
They're
to them one
strangers.
time doesn't mean it makes them not a stranger.
Well, so do these people have their own Do these people have their own podcast or something where you can listen to them first?
Oh no, I mean
Nope.
it's fine. Like I'm okay with that. It just means I don't want to do that a bunch of times in the same week. Like I can
Yeah.
handle once or twice, but otherwise, like I'm having work meetings, all you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
adding everything together. I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk to people on the internet anymore. I just want to be by myself. So
Mhm.
not
As
you
soon
guys though.
as soon as
You
this
guys are
call is
fine.
over,
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
jump onto a Discord and start to talk to people on the internet.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well, that's the love of your single player RPGs.
Yep.
I'm curious then. I'm curious, Pravada. Do you ever go into like a chat or something and just listen? Like don't engage, but
No, I
just
don't listen. I
okay.
will lurk in text chats though. I don't respond that much, if you've noticed.
I'll do that.
I'll pop in a little bit, but I've never done the voice chats. I don't know, it's something about that. I'm just like, no.
I'll do that in Sam's Discord. Is I'll just like hop into the chat, say absolutely nothing, and just be muted, but like just listening to people talk until Genesis inevitably calls me out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta answer
That's
something
funny.
now.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
should maybe. Seeing as like I feel like most people on that Discord live in the place I'm going to live in next year.
It's only the three of us.
So, oh, I thought there were more. It seems like everyone
Oh,
almost.
4.
Doesn't Tom live in Florida? I know he doesn't live where we live, but doesn't he live
No,
in Florida?
yeah,
I
he
thought he said
does,
he's in
but
Florida.
he's like in the peninsula part of Florida, like the part of Florida everyone thinks is Florida,
Like the Panhandle?
not
No,
Panhandle.
further
Or not Panhandle?
No, I mean, speaking as a Californian,
Right.
when I thought of Florida, I never thought of the Panhandle.
I mean, we are close to Alabama. From where I live, I can get on the interstate and be in Alabama in like 18 minutes.
Yeah, are we still streaming?
Yes.
Oh, should we stop?
There's
We
there's
just
2 lines left, and
2 lines.
we
Oh,
have
well,
part of our outro, and that's all that we needed.
oh, just say it then. What is it? I forgot. I'm sleepy.
Thanks for listening, and remember,
Beauty's in the eye of the controller.
all right, now I will stop recording on Audacity because now that's a
Well, I
1
don't
hour
mind
and
talking about
32
where I
minutes.
live. I just don't want to
Yeah.
stream it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that's going to
Then
have a lot of cuts in it for this episode, probably.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to the audio editing I'm going to be doing on Sunday after Jen gets through it.
but let's
I'm the
end
last
the stream here
exit
too.
before Alabama. That's where I live. So I'm very.
We must live
Okay.
very
All
close
right.
then.
Hold on.
because so do
Before
I.
they
I
continue
live
their
off a 9 mile.
conversation, I'm stopping the stream. Bye.